Look, this is so serious, isn't it, Jim? But it's also, it's farcical. Surely this is it for the SNP and Sturgeon now. There's no coming back from this, is there, Jim?
Well, you know, my family from Scotland. I was the one that was born down here, and I love the Scottish people. I spent a lot of time up there, and I just can't help thinking that they're all chomping at the bit to get rid of that woman now. Not because of her views, just because she's not very good. All of her views are a bit daft. Yet suddenly she's saying, this trans person is a woman. We're going to send her to a woman's prison, still with all the brooch and earrings. And then, oh, no, there's such an outcry. Oh, you might be right there. Let's send a woman to a man's prison. So what is it all about? And the thing is, and listen, I don't have a great opinion about trans people. I can understand a man being a woman. I mean, no good working all your life. But I think...
Naughty.
I'm just throwing a little joke in there for you, just to cheer up all the lefties watching, of which there's not many. But, you know, people can't explain. The people that are around me, the women I know, the grown-up ones that are not statue pullers, that they're all saying you can't be a woman just by putting a frock on. There's more to it. And it's insulting to women to have someone who's a bloke who's got the tackle, who could dish out the good news to whoever he wants, and to say, right, I'm a woman. And all the women I know are really fed up with that now. And she should know better. She's making a political point. Do you know what? I'm sure she's done this just to get the British government to bite, so she can say, oh, you see what they're doing now? They're trying to tell us what to do. Let's get doing the A1. Quick, hand Abby Dorsey. Mental.
Keep going. I just want to watch that all night, Jim.
No, I've run out.
Oh, brilliant. That was brilliant. Now, look, Jim, it's amazing you're here today because, you know, it's Work Shy Wednesday, isn't it? More than 200,000 teachers walked out on their students. Yeah. But apparently teachers aren't actually as hard up as they want to think, Jim. This OECD analysis has found that in England, they're actually among the highest paid for the fewest hours in Europe and the developed world. So it feels a bit like this is part of a campaign, Jim, can we say, to get the Tories out?
And look at the state of them, and with them things there. I mean, they're supposed to set an example. Do anyone wear leather shoes anymore? We used to hear the teachers' shoes squeaking down the corridor. We'd all run and put our fags out the window and things like that. And, you know, to be honest with you, when we were kids, I didn't go to school much anyway. It didn't bother me. If there was a strike, we'd have had a street party. We'd have loved it. Look at the state of this lot. It looks like Jeremy Carl's green room. Ridiculous. And they get paid a fortune, and let them go on strike. And take the border force people with you. It won't make any difference. They don't do anything anyway. And the firemen, what do they do? How many fires? Have you ever seen a fire? Never seen a fire. I know it's a really, really risky job, and the firemen do a fantastic job. But teachers, look, they're just going to teach your kids to be left here and how to pull down statues, and how to be a 7-year-old boy and thinking, actually, I want to be a girl. Oh, that's all right. Go to the top of the class. Ridiculous. Get rid of the lot.
And we certainly didn't notice the 100,000 civil servants who didn't show up to work today, Jim, because they haven't shown up for the past 3 years.
Listen, striking don't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. Petrol stations going on strike. I'm always banned from driving. I don't need petrol. As long as Waitrose and the Carlton Club don't go on strike, I'm fine.
Now, Jim, the pop star, Sam Smith. You know, Sam Smith sparked outrage this week with a raunchy music video. Oh, good boy. Good boy. You're getting it right so far. You don't know them.
What, by saying them?
Yeah, good boy. You've got it right.
I dislike them both. I mean, it's great, isn't it? I mean, he looks like two people. He looks like he's swallowed the other half of himself. I mean, or herself, or their self. It's ridiculous. You know, this takes you back. I've seen this before. I think in the 70s when I took an acid tab and I looked round and see all these maniacs doing daft things. This is not new. And to be honest with you, if he sees himself, someone's going to say, oi, Sam, you look a complete Burke.
Well, look, I'm not going to force you to apologise, Jim, for calling Sam Smith a he. But look at what happened on Woke Central TV.
No matter what he says, he's biologically a male.
No, that's true. I know. But look at what happened, Jim, because, you know, you just said what Richard Madeley said, but look at what he had to do.
A shot of him, Sam.
Sam Smith uses the pronouns they.
They, yes, sorry.
You know,
And
that's
Susanna
Richard
made
Madeley.
him apologise, Jim.
Well, he ought to grow a pair as well, talking about being trans. He ought to get a backbone, that bloke. Never liked him. Never liked him. He's never liked me, so it don't matter.
Who? Richard?
Richard Madeley, yeah.
Oh, why? So you two have beef?
Oh, yeah, years ago. Yeah, he's sort of all precious, isn't he? And he came up to me and said, Jim, it's about time we buried the hatchet. And I said, yeah, in your head. He didn't like that. He didn't laugh, man. Don't like him, never have.
But what caused it? Sorry, I'm fascinated by this. What caused your feud with Richard Madeley? That seems like such a weird celebrity feud.
How could you not have a feud with him? He's got a backbone made of overcooked spaghetti, and he sits there listening to all them women with them menstruating problems, and get a backbone, mate, and go out with the blokes and have a pint. What's the matter with you? What's happened to the world? He's probably a them as well. He's in the mixed race toilets at the moment.
Jim Davidson. Oh, I just await the response from Richard Madeley. That will be good fun.
I
Jim,
don't care. I don't watch him. He's not coming on Ustream either. That's it. I'm cancelling him.